The No Fate channel, checking in. And straight from an Indiana truck stop, I have not one, but two shady bags of protein to review on this episode of the Supplement Review. I have Ghost Lifestyle's cinnamon roll protein, which I have heard really good things about, and I have MTS Nutrition's fruit cereal protein to review. So if this is your first time to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. On this series, I simply review a supplement to help you decide if it is right for your fitness goals, your health needs, and most importantly, that hard-earned money. So where did these shady bags come from? Well, none other than Jerry, Opperman Fitness. He has a YouTube channel. If you're familiar with his amazing band, Divided Dimension, I'll link their Spotify account in the description of this video. I use a lot of their music in the background music on my videos. So I'm a huge big fan of Divided Dimension, and I'm waiting for their new albums to come out, to be released. He's a little bit slow on getting the new stuff out, but their old stuff is very good, so check them out. So why do I have shady bags and not a whole bottle? Well, the truth is, a lot of supplement companies, when you reach out to them and ask for samples to review their product, a few things happen. Number one, if you're a small channel like myself, they don't want to hear from you. And number two, oftentimes if you promise an honest review, they're a little bit afraid of an honest review. So a lot of that goes into the fact that it's hard to get supplement companies to pony up supplements for a review. Oftentimes when it comes to pre-workouts, supplements of any kind, I like to try it multiple times to make sure that there's no outliers, there's no issues, there's no problems. But hey, in a pinch, huge thanks to Jerry for these baggies, I'm excited to get into them. One of the big ones I'm excited to get into, and the one we're going to start off with first, is Ghost Lifestyle. Well known for their flavors. Supposedly they do some amazing flavors, and I haven't reviewed any of their products on this channel whatsoever. So this is going to be my first Ghost Lifestyle review of their cinnamon cereal protein. And I got a little bit of a cheat sheet here. So I don't have the bottle, I don't have to read off of it, but I do have a cheat sheet. So here we go. One serving, 130 calories, 1 gram of fat, 5 grams of carbs. Now, 5 grams of carbs is a little bit high for 1 scoop of protein, but keep in mind, for most of us, 5 grams of carbs is nothing. So, and that's usually where the flavor comes from. So I'm not necessarily mad at them for putting in a few extra carbs per scoop, because most of us aren't going to really care. And then 25 grams of protein. Let's go over where that protein comes from, right? The devil is in the details. It is a blend, which oftentimes I don't like to see, but oftentimes that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to proteins. We've got whey protein isolate, number one, which is nice to see, whey protein concentrate, and then hydrolyzed whey protein. So overall, as far as blends go, not too bad on the protein front. Let's talk about cost before we even get into taste, because they are known to be a bit on the pricey side. So let's go over it. Per serving, $1.38. Yeah, they're not cheap. And that's the everyday price. They are sold at like Tiger Fitness. They're sold at GNC. So you can find deals if you buy in bulk, if you find those seasonal deals, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But it does come down to 5.5 cents per gram of protein, and that's very high. That is very high compared to what the market holds, right? So that's high, but that's, hey, if you want good taste, if you want good products, you tend to have to pay for it. And again, you can get a better deal than that. But the reality is, people don't care what they pay for most of the time. A lot of times they just care how it tastes. So let's get into it. We're going to do this shady bag action. Try not to make this desk any messier than it already is. All right, I used about 8 ounces ice cold water and a whisking bowl. Why do I use water and not almond milk? Well, the reality is, when I do all my taste tests, I do it with water, because you want to know how it's going to taste. If it tastes crappy with water, no matter how much almond milk you put into it, you're not going to get it to taste good. However, if I put it with almond milk, you're not going to know how it tastes with water. But if it tastes good with water, it's going to taste good with whatever you mix it. Almond milk, whole milk, skim milk, or even chocolate milk, right? So here we go. Let's give this cinnamon cereal from Ghost Lifestyle a go. Yeah, it is very, very good. Wow, I can see why people love these flavors. Okay, cinnamon cereal, what does it taste like? I can't remember the name of the cereal when I was a kid, but it was like cinnamon, oh, that's it, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you were a kid in the 80s, you probably had that crappy cereal that was really horrible for you, but tasted delicious. Cinnamon Toast Crunch being one of them. It tasted like cinnamon toast with a whole bunch of extra sugar mixed in, right? Tastes just like the bottom of that bowl when like all that stuff would run off into the milk and you'd have just milk left over in the bowl. You remember as a kid. Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. And you would drink the bottom of the bowl that was like this murky, milky colored, and it was just delicious. Yeah, it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. That milk, that bottom of the milk at the very end after you've eaten all the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Very, very good. And almost like a dessert flavor. I could definitely see why people are willing to overpay for this product. So if you have your chance to get your hands on it, definitely that Cinnamon Toast Crunch, huge thumbs up. I'm going to put all their flavors up here if I have a chance, but all their flavors, not working. Hold on a second. Okay, all their flavors right up here for their Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Next on deck is MTS Nutrition's fruit cereal. Let's talk about MTS Nutrition because this is the first product from MTS Nutrition with regards to their proteins that I have tried. Owned and operated, at least in part, by Mark Lobliner, a very successful YouTuber, very successful fitness enthusiast and all-around supplement entrepreneur. So I think their tagline over at Tiger Fitness is, you're not just a number. So I will say, Jerry, who provided these bags, is going to give me his affiliate link that does help him out a little bit. So if you're going to shop at Tiger Fitness at all, click on that link, sign yourself up as a new customer, help out Jerry because he helps out this channel and he helps out so many other people. As far as MTS Nutrition, I've never tried any of their stuff, but word on the street is that they do flavors amazingly. I'm not even going to put all of their flavors up here. The reason is I think they've got like 30 flavors. It's going to take me too long to type out. I'll try to get a screenshot and put it up here, but they are known for having some awesome, awesome flavors. And they've gotten good reviews with regards to their flavors. And usually when you get a protein, that's what you want. You want that nice flavor because especially if you're going to buy a 5-pound tub of something, you want to make sure you're going to be enjoying that flavor throughout the entire, 60 plus serving. So let's go over my cheat sheet here. Boom. Fruit cereal, MTS Whey. We've got one serving, 150 calories. Fats, 3.5 grams of fat. That is a little high for one scoop of protein. Here's what I'm going to say. For the most of us, we're not really on a super strict diet. For most of us, we're not really cutting down. And for most of us, we're not going to care about those grams of fat. If you're on a super strict diet, 3.5 grams of fat for one scoop of protein is high because a lot of the other proteins that I reviewed come down to like 1 gram of fat or 0 grams of fat altogether. Carbs, 5 grams of carbs, which again, slightly high, but that's really maybe by 1 or 2 grams. Most people aren't going to care about those few extra grams of carbs because, again, we're really focusing on taste, which is what MTS Nutrition is known for. And then protein, one scoop is 26 grams, which is higher than your typical 24 or 25 gram scoop. So keep that in mind. One serving size is 81 cents. If you buy the 5-pound container with an everyday coupon code, you can get this down to 81 cents per scoop. That brings it down to 3.12 grams, 3.12 cents per gram of protein. Very competitive, very, very competitive compared to the competition, compared to how well known and respected MTS Nutrition is with respect to their flavors. Let's talk about where this protein comes from. Whey protein concentrate first, followed by whey protein isolate. Usually when I see a blend like that, I prefer isolate over concentrate, but the price point on this definitely indicates that you're getting a good deal, so I'm not necessarily upset that they put the concentrate first, followed by the isolate. So let's, more importantly, see how fruit cereal actually tastes. All right, fruit cereal. Some of you are going to love that flavor, and some of you are going to downright hate it. Here's why. We talked about just a couple seconds ago, maybe a minute ago, about cereals when we were kids. Ever have Fruity Pebbles, right? The pecan with the pecan with those cool commercials from the 80s. Fruity Pebbles. Each was like a circle, different colors, just all sugar. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles. Not Fruity Pebbles. I forgot what the cereal was. I think it was Fruity Pebbles, but it was like, you get the idea. It was a super sweet flavored cereal. That's exactly what it tastes like, a super sweet cereal from the 80s. I'll try to put a picture of the cereal that I'm thinking of right here. Here. Okay, here we go. There's the picture of it. Super sweet, but it does taste good. So some of you who like your sweet stuff, who like that cereal flavor, and you really want to get that sweet tooth, you're going to enjoy it. For some of you that don't like your sweet stuff, you're actually going to hate it, because I mixed this probably with more water than I should. I mixed it with like 8 or 9 ounces, just based on the line here. And that's probably a bit more than some of you are going to mix it with. If you mix it with 6 or 7, that's probably going to really be super sweet. So again, some of you are going to love it, some of you are going to hate it, and that happens with these proteins. Taste is subjective. Some people gravitate towards certain flavors versus others, and that's the way it works. But I really enjoyed the Ghost cinnamon one here, the cinnamon cereal. The fruit cereal, again, a little bit more sweeter than I prefer, especially when I consider buying like a 5-pound container of it. But overall, again, some of you are really going to love this flavor, and I can see why many of you have already given this thing probably 5 out of 5 stars on the Tiger Fitness website. I want to know in the comments below which flavors from Ghost Lifestyle and MTS Nutrition I need to get my hands on. The must-have flavors, drop them in the comments below. I'm dying to review some more standout flavors. Do me a favor, check out Jerry over at Opperman Fitness YouTube channel. I'm going to link him in the description of this video. Subscribe, tell him, watch a few of his videos, let him know I sent you. If you're a fan of music at all, especially lifting music, head over to wherever music is played. I'll link it in the description of this video as well. And check out Divided Dimension. I'm hoping they come out with some new music soon, because I am a big fan of theirs. If you came this far in the video and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything, and I mean anything, for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you be a great parent to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to help you save time, money, and your sanity. 3 things that are in short supply for every parent out there.